like you may not want to get back in.
Burn your eyes. No, really.
Ready? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Windows 95 presents the operating system of the year, Windows 49, the Ammoniac. The personal computer nitrogen cycle sensation. The Ammoniac demonstrates the natural nitrogen cycle of the year 1880 and, through the release of a few valves and earplugs, the new and improved cycle of the year 1990, now at the dangerous level of short-term nitrogen deposits in the continental crust. Now, I mostly want to draw your attention to my personal favorite part of the cycle, the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into organic nitrogen compounds here. Now, how, you may ask, does this happen? The answer is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Developers, developers, developers! Developers, developers? And now, if you want to take a step back and welcome in the future with some nitrite-rich champagne. Oops.
Good try.
What's wrong? So we're going to wait for people a little bit on top. You want to explain what's going on?
Guys, quiet!
Here we have these are organic nitrogen compounds, so it's NO2s, NO3s, etc. So the water is going to trickle down into them through the valves, and then down into here. This is the continental shelf where nitrogen is stored. Down here we have river systems, so nitrogen compounds in river systems. It's a short-term kind of storage system for them. Here we have these are inorganic nitrogen compounds. Here is the oceans. And down here is just plain N2O in the atmosphere that gets converted back into atmospheric nitrogen as N2. So you can see some of the system's kind of running fairly thoroughly. There's some buildup here, but not anywhere else. But if we release the valves and introduce human input, specifically through these pipes.
So this is going to be nice.
Specifically in these pipes here, this is the buildup. This is specifically fossil fuels and the release of nitrogen through that, and also through specifically the Haber-Bosch process of creating nitrogen-rich fertilizer. You can see the continental shelf is building up water, or to represent the nitrogen buildup there. This is the kind of the one place where nitrogen is building up currently in our system. It's the main process. It's the main kind of. There's about 100 tons, or like million tons being built up every year in continental shelf deposits, being subjugated into the I guess, yeah, continental shelf.
That's my baby boy. He's so smart.
Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! That's fine. Yeah. That's yeah, they changed it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the other thing that's going on here is that, so some of the valves you see come out of the side. So what that happens is that the water only gets to those levels. You see this one is standing here, this one's standing here, because these pipes will only come out once it reaches a certain level. So these are the representations of the differences between 1880 and 1990. So the response is not just the valves, but also once it gets down to these things, it goes into the other pipes, which are other processes that start at that point.
Awesome. Cool.